Pickaxe.
5-day early access to every Cast Party episode, including Nocturne, ad-free episodes, behind-the-scenes info, exclusive bonus monthly one-shots, access to our community Discord where our community plays D&D games together, has game nights, and hosts so much more, all for less than the price of a single cup of coffee per month. Aren't convinced? Try out a free trial. 7 days free to check out the content that we offer only exclusively on our Patreon. Patreon.com/castparty. Support your favorite D&D podcast, all while getting some awesome perks. Patreon.com/castparty. See you there, cast and crew.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cast Party. My name is Colin McManus, and I'll be your director for today. I'm joined by Ryan McManus.
Hi, Ryan McManus playing Bjorg Jorgensen, the Jewel of Debauchery.
Anna Brisbane.
Hi, I'm playing Lenore DeVere. Chaos, very excited to push all the buttons.
Nigel Deacon.
Hi, I'm Nigel playing Jackal Campman, the leper and loner striving for companionship and control.
Vince Perino.
I'm Vance. I'm playing Tevin Alkin, the mechanism of discovery, reconstructing memories one piece at a time.
Raquel Skellington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Raquel Skellington. I'm playing Poppy, the tender-hearted giant.
And Luis Carrazzo.
Hey, everybody. I'm Luis. I'm playing Santos, the former gate guard Glavinator, but still Glavinator, not former.
Forever Glavinator.
Forever.
Let's all talk about what happened last time. You all were mid-meditation as you saw Ilos's orbital explode in space, sending you each crashing towards Ikaria. You each saw adrenaline-fueled visions of scenes familiar to you. Jackal saw himself open an envelope that said congratulations and saw a woman light a candle on a cupcake. Bjorg was making pancakes at a stove when a microwave across the room sparked. He dropped the plates he was holding and the sprinklers overhead came on. Poppy threw a small bag through an open window. A light came on and the car that brought her there sped off without her. She was chased by another vehicle, cornered in an alley, was hit by a bat and fell to the ground. Tevin was chastised by Desmond, who cleared up a misunderstanding with the Twin Rivers guard. He reached for the doorknob to put Pickles back into the stables, but this time his hand was flesh and covered in drying blood. Lenore flew through a magical ballroom where she eyed a nearby balcony. She was caught by a centaur, and as she fled, she was hit by a flying plate. Santos awoke in an abandoned mall, feeling darkness and this adrenaline inside. Hearing echoes of shattering glass, he looked for the source. Shadows crept around him as he moved, dancing in the darkness. Another crash of glass hit just behind him. A mannequin in this broken window seemed to tell him to run away. He attacked the mannequin before continuing to hear, run. He found himself bathed in moonlight, opening a piece of paper that had a printed photo of a woman and a man on it. He watched his blood drip to a corner of the paper before lying on the ground and digging into his wound. Lying on the ground, he felt the sensation of falling as he rejoined his body falling to Ikaria. You all found yourselves falling from space and impacting the ground, jolting you back awake to your locations in the spa. You all left the spa at your own pace. Tevin and Santos spoke about what it means to be real and whether each of them are, and Chana gave Tevin a small tack, saying it's to test for what is real. Just poke your palm. Sharp pain helps you show what is real. You all gathered outside, spoke of what you had seen, tried to calm each other, before heading towards Darian's office. Opening in, you were met with Carmina. She was surprised to see the whole group and opened the doorway in the back of this room and stepped in. Now you're standing in Darian's office. Carmina just went through this doorway, leaving it open for you all. And so the scene is set. The question is, what will you do next?
I guess as the person most familiar with Nightshade, I step forward towards that entryway that Carmina just disappeared through, and I turn around and glance one more time at the group. Take a deep breath. I step through it.
It feels interesting going through this doorway. You know that this is where Carmina appeared originally when you first met her, but it would be weird for her to just have this behind Darian's office. And walking through the doorway, you see a grand room. High ceilings that stretch far upward. The air in here is cool and refreshing as you walk in. And with it comes a sense of rejuvenation, a bright feeling in your lungs that refreshes you each with a single breath. And as that air enters your lungs, you all will level up to level 4.
Whoa!
Boom!
All right.
I'm gonna suddenly turn around and walk out and walk back in.
Level 5. Good try.
Did we all hear the Transformers whoop 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 when Tevin leveled up?
Nice.
This room is large, truly massive, to the point where you would know that there's no way it would fit inside the office building that you are in. The first thing that draws your attention in the center of this room, far to the back of this long rectangular room, is a sleek, dark wooden desk. It's highly contrasts the bright whites and light gray stone tiling that are the floors and the walls here. The desk is entirely empty, nothing on it, and then the wall behind the desk is made of glass, holding back a tank full of water and brightly colored fish.
Let's go!
Let's go!
For those of you that missed last week's BTS, we were like, what if she just got an aquarium back there?
Hey, where can they listen to the BTS, Nigel?
Over on the Patreon, patreon.com/castparty. It's only $5 a month for access to our behind the scenes.
You would have known about the aquarium before they even walked in. You see, yes, this fish tank behind her desk, and she continues to move through this open area towards this desk. As you all are following, you see to the left and the right vast windows lining both sides of the room, completely floor to ceiling. On the left side, it looks like the office is placed on the beach at dusk. You see waves gently lapping against the shore, and you can hear them lightly crashing to your left. On the right side, the office looks to be precariously placed high atop a mountain range. You can see far into the distance fog hugging the valleys in the early morning. Placed just next to the windows on the right side is a table with 2 seats, and it looks like there is a game that is midway through. It's a grid of different colored squares, and there's small figures of different beasts and monsters placed. Carmina makes her way to the other side of the desk and gestures for each of you to sit. On the near side of the desk, there are these 6 plush chairs while she stands at the other side.
I'm gonna fly up to the aquarium.
It's pretty. There's a lot of different brightly colored fish here.
Ooh, what's this one's name?
Not all of them have names, you see.
Only some of them?
There's many to take care of.
Which ones do have names? Your favorites?
You can name them if you'd like.
What? Well, you said some of them had names, right?
Sure. This one is Scales.
Scales! Oh, scales, little fishy.
We can talk about this in just a moment.
Is it saltwater or freshwater?
Freshwater.
Okay, I'll sit down.
Before we begin, I want to give you all a massive thank you. You did precisely what we asked of you, and you performed well. So well done. Now please, if you could, tell me anything you know about the object that you've returned for us.
It's pretty heavy.
It's from space? It turned people, mean? That did that, right? Or was that something else?
I think that was something else that turned the people mean, but it did turn the plant vines into a giant monster.
Yeah, it was crashed into a farm.
Was there smoke again? Did you resist it?
Not this time.
I don't remember smoke.
And this object, was it the same shape and size as the one that hit Twin Rivers?
It was like an egg. Or half an egg.
It left a crater.
The one that hit the city was the same or different?
Wasn't that one like a polyhedral thing?
It had more sides than an egg.
It got edges. This one was round.
So it was different. That is good to know. Were there any people or animals asleep at the location when you arrived?
No. There were animals and a person that seemed to be corrupted. But whether that was due to the object that fell from the sky or perhaps to exposure to the residents, we don't know for sure.
I see. And you were able to retrieve the object with no issues.
Easy peasy.
More or less.
Wonderful. That is great to hear. Did you have to dispose of any people there?
Just that guy. Oh no, he was already killed, wasn't he?
Oh, no, you're right.
His
You're
body
right.
was already up there.
There were a few animals.
It was just the animals we had to fight.
And they were all resonated.
And vines.
A tragedy then, and nothing more. Santos, you and Jackal have found yourselves together in all of this. That is interesting, isn't it?
You're together? No one told me!
I just kind of like look at Lenore like, what are you implying?
I didn't see this coming at all. I didn't pick up any vibes between you two.
Leans slightly down to Jack's ear. I think she's just shipping the two of you, that's all.
I think I hear that, but it sounds like it's as if it's really, really far away, and I'm just focused on Carmina and kind of locking eyes with her. Unsure if this line of questioning, I'm trying to see if she's giving us a gentle interrogation or if she's genuinely forthcoming with the way that she's asking these questions.
That is interesting, isn't it? Nightshade found both of you outside the walls around the same time, both not having any memories of your previous lives. Completely alone in the wild, yet still alive. You didn't lie to us, did you?
I certainly didn't. I have some more distant memories, but I don't remember much from especially things more recent, the last few years.
Neither of you knew each other before coming to Twin Rivers.
No, I met Jackal here.
Interesting. You all are the only ones who stayed awake during the smoke, and we still don't know why. Do the rest of you have your memories from across your lives?
No. I mean, I got old memories, but not memories here.
Tevin is kind of looking at, like, his body very stiff and straight, and his head is just slowly looking at everybody, like, giving that look of, I don't know what to say at the moment.
I feel like I'm a bit out of this line of questioning. It's not that I don't have my memories, it's just a bout of amnesia.
Yeah, I don't.
I remember like most of my life, but I don't know. People say that I've been doing stuff here that I don't know anything about. So I don't know if I lost my memory. I don't know if people are making things up and I just got here. Well, I guess I don't think Jackal's making anything up. So I must have been here a little bit without remembering.
We do have record of you and your escapades, Lenore.
Do you have photos? Videos?
Physical descriptions?
I'm going to be a little bit forthright. Since this happened, we're experiencing just a little bit of memory recovery. But we're all a little confused about it because it seems like not us at the same time. I'm only bringing this up to kind of reinforce the fact that Lenore is as innocent as she possibly could be right now.
I bat my eyelashes.
She has no memories of here, no memories of Icaria past a couple days ago.
That is interesting that you are recovering these memories you've lost. It may be prudent to look into your previous lives, figure out where you came from, what happened to each of you.
Do you know any centaurs?
No,
Are centaurs real here?
I don't know of any on Icaria, though they may travel here.
Where are they?
Other planets.
Other planets?
Travel here?
Not many would travel to a place like Icaria. It would likely be out of desperation to come to somewhere so filled with the resonance.
Centaurs are aliens?
Where are my manners? I apologize. Sometimes I just get too into the work at hand. My name's Carmina. I am head of Nightshade Trading Company, and you all are. I know of Santos and Jackal, of course, but the rest of you.
I'm Lenore. Lenore DeVere.
My name's Poppy. She nods her head.
The official name is Tevin. Gives a little seated bow.
Do you have an unofficial name?
Tevin.
Her face just drops.
Carmina looks towards you, Bjorg.
Oh, Bjork's trying to make himself as not visible as possible, trying to hide behind Santos. Oh, Bjorg, hello.
And then she looks back towards Tevin. You speak.
I suppose I do.
She looks at the rest of you. Is this what you decided to purchase with your payment?
What?
No.
What? No. He's not.
That's a man.
You paid him, actually.
He was with you during the smoke and on this mission?
Yes.
By his own choice.
Because he's a real being with autonomy.
I have found to have comfort and enjoyment with this group of people.
Do you have emotion? Reasoning?
At this moment, I don't believe I can give you a true statement, but I'm slowly learning as the days go on. I believe this will be something I find out soon enough.
Interesting. And she looks you up and down, Tevin. She looks so analytical as she does. You came from Alken. I can see it in the craftsmanship.
Yes, that is the name of the building I go to, where I go home.
How long have you been functional?
I'll look to everybody.
3 days.
He's newer than Lenore.
You are a magnificent piece of machinery. I apologize. I didn't mean to exclude you in our proceedings. I have just never interacted with one of your kind that can interact back in such a way that has consciousness behind them. So, my apologies.
There is more of me.
Of course. I have only seen earlier prototypes. I visited Alkin once with Thorn. He was coming to look at a machine, much like you, Tevin.
Would Thorn know much about my memories? Or do you, by chance? Do you have any of them?
I apologize. No, and I don't think Thorn would either. I don't believe you would have memories if you were just created a few days ago.
But he dreams. He's described images of things that are beyond what we've encountered on the days that we've known him. So he's able to recollect things. So there is a possibility that there are memories that are dormant in him.
I don't see how that could be possible. Though, if Desmond is continuing to work and hone his craft, they may be getting better.
Desmond's your brother, right?
Yes.
I'm watching Carmina as that exchange happens.
He did not mention a brother.
Desmond told me I was brother.
I see.
Carmina, do you have a theory about any of this yet? You seem to be incredibly astute and observant. Why us? Why were we not affected by the smoke, and why choose us to go on the mission that we were sent on?
I will say, I have ideas, though nothing for certain. If I had to make an educated guess, whatever smoke came out of that, associated with the resonance, that object that put the city to sleep, I assume, since you all do not have portions of your memories, maybe it fed upon them to put people to sleep. And for you all, it could not. Dreams are made from memories, are they not? Maybe it was looking to put you all to a dream state, yet because of your lapse in memories, you were able to stay awake.
No, I don't think that's it. I'm exactly the same before and after.
You mean you are not having memory problems?
Well, yes, I am, but I don't have a memory problem after. I mean, kind of, I guess, but just not in the same way. I remember everything before and after during it's not like we had like a blackout during the explosion. Her heart is beating 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Relax. Again, it was just a theory. But Santos, I told you before, the only reason you were picked for this mission was because you stayed standing. We picked you for that reason. But I can't tell you why you were the ones who stayed standing.
When you sent us out to retrieve another piece of the meteor, you were anticipating another encounter like what happened here with the smoke and people falling unconscious.
Potentially. It was the only extrapolation we could go off of at the time, and now we know differently. That there was no smoke. There were no people asleep. That this was different.
But maybe there was before, and they were just people woke up, and the smoke dissipated or whatever by the time we got there.
It was found in the middle of a field. It could have been too far out in the crops to do anything, and we know that whatever was inside dragged itself away.
Yeah, there were drag marks.
It was alive. It was nothing that we could discern that the people did at the farm. This was sentient in one way or another.
Then I do believe these were different. I just want to know what Ilos was doing up there.
Are there other crash sites?
That we know of. A few. Within safe travel distance, that is.
Can we go?
That may come in due time.
We can investigate.
I agree. And Nightshade may be calling on you in the future.
I think we're the most experienced ones so far.
You are all well-rounded individuals and have proven yourselves, but at this time, please take a break. Relax.
I zone out and look at the aquarium.
Are you relaxed?
Me.
I step forward towards Carmina. Are you relaxed, given all the uncertainty that is right before us?
A loaded question, for sure. Yes, I am.
Carmina, do you think that we're in danger?
Ikaria is a dangerous place. The resonance is stronger than ever after Ilos' destruction. So yes.
Cool. All right, just wanted to confirm. Great, thank you.
Have you ever heard of the planet Earth?
No,
Do you know all the planets that exist?
that would be impossible.
So your universe is infinite, too?
If it is infinite, we may never know, because no one's found the edge.
People go in space here?
Special people do.
Would the rest of us that have Icaria memories know that people travel between planets?
You would probably have heard rumors or even heard stories of people wishing or doing terrible things to get money to then be sent to other, more hospitable planets. But as far as you know, there's no leaving Icaria.
What do you mean by special people?
Wealthy, powerful.
Are you a special person? Because you seem like both of those things.
I'd like to think so.
Do you think that we could be special people? I'm kind of terrified of the idea of going into space, but I really like exploring. And finding the edge, that sounds pretty cool.
Do you know of a planet with chandeliers that are like alive, like jellyfish, and they wiggle, and there's like living vines that dance to music with the centaurs, and they have cool parties?
I look at Lenore like, what the hell are you talking about? It's just like incredulous, like...
Yeah, Poppy's the same. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, me too. There's no way I won't turn slowly and look at Lenore.
I thought we said lack of information is best here.
Don't give them any more than they ask for.
I don't remember that.
Lenore, I thought you did not have many memories.
Not here, not Icaria. But I had a dream of like a centaur and a party with like jellyfish chandelier and stuff. And centaurs are from other planets. Do you know what that planet is?
If I had to guess, I would assume you mean Silverune.
Silrune?
It's one of the closest planets to Icaria.
Oh, okay.
Carmina, where is Darian? We were meant to meet with him. Why is he not here? What did you do to him?
Whoa.
I heard what happened between you all and Officer Darian. It's why I am here meeting with you, so you can feel comfortable. Santos, maybe the details are better saved for a discussion for just you and I. We don't need to involve the others in Nightshade drama just yet. Cracks a grin, showing just enough teeth to show she was making a joke before her demeanor completely relaxes and goes back to that smile.
I hate secrets.
Me too. I'm really confused, Carmina. We were to meet with Officer Darian, and to be honest, I'm glad he's not here. However you reassigned him, thank you for that. If anything, he would have gotten in the way. Because clearly there is a purpose ahead of us. There's a reason why we were unaffected by the smoke. There's a reason why we were chosen to go out on the mission that we were sent on. I expected to receive another mission, or at least some clarity, something about what we have discovered. What has everybody been doing? What has Nightshade been doing while we were out, gone for days? Just sitting here waiting for us to get back? No one's investigating the smoke? No one has investigated what's happened here? What have you learned?
I'm reaching up and placing a hand on Santos's shoulder. It is very... I don't like speaking up in these kind of situations, but I do agree with my friend here. It's a bit concerning that all of this happened. There are so many answers left unsaid, and we're told to, quote-unquote, relax. There's an endpoint here, and we're no more closer than we were when we fucking left the gates, so what do we do?
I'm sure you understand a company such as Nightshade has many priorities. Getting people here and safe in the villages that don't have as much protection as Twin Rivers has been our number one priority. We have more people just outside the city walls right now that we have taken from other nearby settlements that wish to volunteer, of course. We have offered passage here.
I have one other concern that I want to bring up, Carmina, based on something that you had mentioned earlier. I'm looking on my person, I'm patting down my pockets looking for what I was certain was a map that I left, but I can't find it, and I'm kind of frustrated. Carmina, do you have a map of the vicinity? I don't know what your beliefs are, but I know at least one person that believes Ilos fell from the sky. Ilos themselves. And if we are recognizing that pieces have broken off and fallen in different locations, maybe there's something to that. Maybe there's a pattern. Maybe there's a message. If you have been able to pinpoint where different crash sites are, then maybe there's something that we can draw from just looking at it on a map and pointing out all the different crash sites that we've seen. Have you tried that yet?
We have people working on that. Just like we have people investigating what you brought back for us. We're working on things, Santos, but things take time.
Understood. Is there anything else you need from us at this moment?
Santos, actually, if I could speak with you alone a moment, I'd like that.
As you wish.
Poppy looks at Santos, and I guess we're all starting to file out. Graces by and touches his hand as, gives him a knowing look like it's going to be okay as she walks out.
I'll pat your hand as you were leaving.
Hey, Carmina, real quick. If we do a good job with all of this and the world doesn't end or something, can you point me in the direction of who to talk to about leaving the planet? Just because I think it would be neat.
I personally don't know anyone that can do that, but I can look into it for you.
If you come by it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Walk out.
You should name this one Dory. It looks like Dory from Finding Nemo.
Dory and Scales.
For the record, I want to go on these investigations to the other crash sites, so...
Come on, Lenore, why don't we go? And Poppy just starts pushing Lenore, okay, that's really great. Love the fish. Bye. And pushes Lenore out the door.
Following right behind Poppy.
Tevin's going to follow behind them, and right at the doorway before he goes all the way in, his head's just going to turn around a little. I hear Tevin is another good name for fish. And he just walks out.
Santos, you see as the others leave, Carmina comes out from behind her desks and sits at one of the other chairs on the side that you are on. Santos, how are you feeling?
I feel great.
Your mental faculties, they were okay on this trip. I was worried about you when I heard you had not returned when you were expected to.
You were worried about me?
I don't mean to press, you were acting strange when we first met.
I was a little out of sorts. A lot had just happened.
You do seem much better than you did then, which I'm glad for. After such a victory on your end, I'm glad you're not expecting failure.
I'm not sure what to expect.
Santos, we should discuss the issues with Officer Darian and your group, specifically Lenore.
Yeah, what? I don't understand what his problem is.
Do you vouch for her?
I do. And she's got proper paperwork. I'm not the only one that vouches for her.
You see her brows raise a little bit. Do you have these papers with you?
I don't have them, but Lenore does.
Interesting. If she does, then there should not be any issues with her being here. Were these papers drawn up by a patio member?
From what I understand, yes.
I did not know that she had friends on the patio. Be curious to see which chair helped her procure those.
I'm sure you have a means to find that out.
All I know is it's probably not Thorn, but there are many others.
Why do you say that about Thorn?
Him and Darian are friends.
What do they have against Lenore?
I don't know. All I know is whatever happened between Darian and Lenore is personal. It was Nightshade business and the business of Twin Rivers. But if she has proper paperwork, then we leave it behind Nightshade, and that will just be an issue between Darian and her. Is there any animosity you feel towards Darian for his actions?
Mostly confusion, I suppose. I don't. I feel like I'm constantly playing catch up over the last couple of days. I'm proud to be a part of Nightshade, and I'm grateful for what the group has done for me. It's just over the last couple of days, I feel like I'm seeing a different side of some people. And Carmina, I have a lot of respect for you, and I understand your position. But if powerful people are at odds with each other and Lenore is caught in the middle of it, then it's just a matter of time before they put us in the middle of it as well. The more we know as Nightshade, the better off we're going to be. And the more we share with each other as Nightshade, as one unit, the better off we're going to be.
I don't know the details of what Officer Darian has going on specifically with Lenore. What I do know is I would never want an employee such as yourself to be uncomfortable with their superior. If that's the case, I can assure that you will no longer be reporting to Darian. I can look into transferring you.
If that is what's best, I think what should be taken note of is Darian's lack of professionalism, really. The way that he was towards us, people willing to be on a mission in service of Nightshade and of the city. Clearly, he is incapable of separating whatever he has going on personally with whatever is happening professionally. It's not really that I have a problem with him personally, it's that he is giving evidence that he's not fit to hold the position that he has, which is ultimately gonna make you look bad. So you can move him somewhere else, but it's just gonna be a matter of time where it's just gonna happen again because he's shown that that's what he does. He's gonna have some personal beef with somebody else, and it's gonna cloud his judgment, and he's gonna act. He's gonna use his position in Nightshade for personal gain. To me, as grateful as I am for what Nightshade has done, I think what rubs me the wrong way is that that is a slap in the face. That stands completely in contrast to everything that I've experienced Nightshade to be.
And if you're seeing that way, others will too. Of course, we do not want that. I will start an investigation into how Officer Darian has been using his place of power. And it's not just you who feels this way. Linnea seemed rather perturbed by him this morning as well. If there's anything I can do for you to help make up for Darian's indiscretions, please let me know. You're a good employee and I want you to take some time off. Cool your head. I will find a better superior for you to go to in the meantime.
I will walk towards her. Carmina, I really want to believe in Nightshade, and I want to believe in you. I want to believe that you have our best interest in mind. I just want answers. Forgive me for being out of line earlier and for being out of line with what I'm about to say, but it really feels like you're just holding back. It feels like you know something and you're choosing not to tell us, and I don't understand why you would do that. If we're working together here, we should have an open exchange of what we know.
The things that I know that I'm holding from you, I don't believe they would assist you right now. They are burdens. I'm not trying to keep you in the dark because we are also in the dark. We don't have all the answers. But if I told you the hundreds that have died since Ilos fell, how they died, where they died, would you want that? Not knowing means that you can keep yourself available and ready to assist in the future.
But not knowing is a worse burden.
There is something that comes with a position of power like mine. I can't just give all the information to anyone who wants it.
This stuff fell from the sky. We look up and we see a sky lit up with stars and planets and all this stuff, vastness and space. Most everyone I know looks up and they find something to look at, something twinkling, something bright. I look up and what I notice more than anything right away is the darkness in between all that light. I know that about me. I know that I focus on the things that I don't know. And that's the stuff that scares me. So being kept in the darkness is just going to mean that I'm going to focus on the darkness. And I don't want to focus on the darkness. I need to focus on the light. I need a thing. I need a purpose. I need a mission. I need you to help me look up at the sky and point out one star. And let that be my focus for some time. Otherwise, if I don't have it, I'm going to melt into the darkness. And that's what the not knowing is. I'll take this time off because you're ordering me to. But know that I don't ever take time off. My mind keeps racing. And if I don't have something to focus on, then it's going to find something for me.
She gets up out of her chair. She moves over to the right side of the office, and you see her. It almost looks like she's standing at the top of the mountain, looking down upon the valley, and she waves her hand. And that scene changes. It's a field, grass, a few trees in the distance, but looking upward, you see the vastness of space. Just what you were talking about, the stars. You see pieces of the orbitals. And you are watching her as she looks up. Looking for the light isn't as easy as it sounds. As you say, there's so much darkness. But just remember, any patch you pick, the further you go, you'll eventually find light again. I'm not trying to keep you in the darkness, Santos. I'm just saying that sometimes it will lead to where you want to be. There's light all around us, even if there is darkness in between. It's how so many of us stay here on Ikaria. The resonance is such a danger, yet we live lives that are, at times, unimpeded by it. All I can tell you is your work getting that device looks like it's paying off. And I will likely need you and your group to find more of these meteorites, these objects. And perhaps that will come soon, or perhaps that will come later. Right now, we need to do our investigating of what you've brought, and we have people to save.
That sounds important.
In the vastness that is our universe, it's sometimes hard to find things that are important. Sometimes you need the right perspective. It's good to work on yourself, Santos. Take this time to do that. Try to find a light, whether it be something important you have here or that group of yours. We may call on you soon.
Understood. Am I dismissed?
Whenever you'd like.
I start walking away, and I turn back, look at Carmina before I cross the threshold into the other room. Look at the fish tank, and I point at the fish that was named Scales. That fish doesn't have a name, Carmina. None of them do. You don't strike me as someone that names things that don't matter. And I walk out.
As you walk out, all you hear is the sound of the door closing behind you. much too fast for Carmina to have walked all the way across her office to do it herself. You walk outside of this office building, out into the street, and you see the rest of your party here.
Man, I didn't even get to ask, like, how the air was so, like, strong and it made us feel all powerful, and we didn't even get an explanation for that.
It had to have been a magic world, Lenore. You can't just have a field and everything in an office building. We walked into magic. Of course we're going to feel weird.
Also, we discussed that we wouldn't tell them anything that they didn't ask us, Lenore.
No, that was when we were gonna talk to Darian, and he was gonna be all investigating me being not allowed here. Now
They're
we're just
all
trying to
part
figure
of
out
the
what's...
same system. You don't give the system more than what they ask for.
I'm trying to get stuff from them.
I don't think that worked the way you thought it did.
How do the planets work? Where are we? Where's Earth? I found out that maybe I was on this other planet, Silrune, which is pretty close, and it's got centaurs. And maybe I was there.
But we're not chucking you up into the sky.
How did I get here?
I don't know, but we'll find out everything in due time, I'm sure.
I got our next mission, everybody.
Yeah, where did you come from?
I hope it's better than relax.
Another crash site.
Our next mission is to hurry up and wait.
What?
How does one hurry to wait?
Good question.
You do something that you enjoy to make the time go quicker. So I'm going to go sell things and maybe make some more jewelry.
Devin's just gonna pull out his gun and just start spinning the barrels.
As long as it doesn't go off, I think you're good.
You think we can find like an astronaut society here?
A what?
People who wanna, who do already travel to other planets?
Oh, I'm in.
I think Jack is looking for the same thing, yes.
Look, after our experience this morning, I have one singular goal, and that's to get back to wherever I was when I felt like that. And I don't know if that's this Earth that Lenore's talking about, or if it's somewhere else, but I haven't felt like that ever. And I think that going to the edge of the universe is a worthwhile approach to trying to feel like that again.
Talk about a discovery.
You guys have ambitions, I'll tell you that.
I have no interest in dying in this city. I want to keep going. I want to experience all that this life has to give me. And if that means leaving this planet, great. I didn't even know that was possible before 5 minutes ago.
Honestly, if... with us caught up in this mess, it's sounding better and better by the minute, Jack. I might be joining you as long as I pull out my coin pouch. I think I could make it.
You know what? The more the merrier. I feel like you and I are probably closer to the same boat than you realize. So...
I've never been on a boat.
You know what? Me neither.
Oh, we are the same. Well, does anyone have anything they want to do? I feel like we have to meet back up regardless, so...
Bjorgus, you say that. From nearby, you hear a woman's distressed voice. Guards? Are you guys guards? You see this half-elven woman, deep auburn hair, rushing towards you, hands shaking. Her mascara on her face is smudged and running like she's been crying. Please, I need help. Are you guards?
We can help. What do you need?
She's breathing erratically, struggling to get her words out. Please, there was a man. He was a halfling. He came out of nowhere. And suddenly, Lenore, you are grabbed from behind and pulled in as they start running with you in their arms.
Hey!
The bald-headed man, Dread, I need an acrobatics or athletics check from you.
Can I do something that doesn't affect initiative?
Would you have done it before knowing Lenore was being grabbed?
It wouldn't be to Lenore, it would be to Poppy.
Okay,
It's just something I haven't done today that I can do.
Oh, then yeah.
I'm here, I'm listening.
I've only used one of my magic items because Corvus is deactivated. Just hearing the screams and running over, I'm reaching out and grabbing Poppy's hand. I'm not a fighter, you are. You beat the shit out of everything. Here, take these. In your palm are one set of brass knuckles.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
But they all have fancy rings and jewels on each knuckle. This is just an enhanced weapon for you. It's one of my magical items that I can have. I can only have 2 at one time. And this one is for you. You get a +1 bonus to your damage and attack rolls you make.
So his stealth beat all of your passive perceptions. Anyone who can be surprised this time is surprised. And when you are surprised in combat, you can't take a reaction until that turn is over. We're going to all end up rolling initiative. And I need to hear is this guy was even able to grab you, Lenore. What'd you get on your acrobatics or athletics?
21 acrobatics.
Okay. He grabs you, is able to pull you and says, I've got you. He pulls you in so close and he starts to turn and you just get underneath his arm and start flying out.
Motherfuck you don't.
Everyone roll initiative.
Again.
God damn it.
Oh, 22.
Dang, nice.
Let's go.
19.
15 for me.
3.
3. Oh.
9.
27.
Oh,
What?
come on.
damn.
One time I thought I was going to go first.
Wow.
Show off.
Do you have a +10?
I got a 19 plus 8.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Wow.
god.
Oh my god.
So with surprise round, we're going to go through initiative top to bottom. And the people who are surprised basically don't get a turn. Sorry, guys. Dread came up, tried to grab at you, Lenore, and you were just acrobatic enough to wiggle out of his arms. I'm going to get you out of this, Lenore. We're going to start with Jack.
Seeing the woman in panic and getting like a mini adrenaline rush of like, oh, something is wrong. I am like about to jump in and help wherever I can. And then I see Lenore getting grabbed and it's instantaneous anger. Hey, what are you doing? I'm going to jump into a rage. It is one swift movement of jumping straight at him with my hoopek. And I'm going for a blunt side of it where I'm swinging it right at the guy. I might as well reckless, right? You know, that gives me advantage.
And then anyone that attacks you will have advantage.
Very unhinged, very demure.
22 to hit.
Hell yeah.
It's a d6 plus 3, 4, 7 plus my sneak attack because I have advantage.
Ooh.
It's another d6. So another 3. So I do just a real quick 10 damage to the guy.
It's a big bop right across his head. And you instantly see he just cowers at it, but looks like he's still going towards Lenore.
Get away from her. You guys can see Jack's mad. You can see the muscles in his shoulders have really like activated and are, I don't want to say rippling, but he's kind of ripped. So you can see it through the shirt. Like his shirt's now stretching a little. Not a ton, not ripping, but stretching a little. That is my turn.
Poppy, you are surprised, so you are almost stunned into not being able to do anything. You are watching this woman, and then all of a sudden Lenore's over here. Now you're worried about Jack. And then we have our half-elven woman who looks past Santos, sees Lenore getting away, starts to turn really fast, like she's about to run. But as she does, she swipes her leg underneath you, Santos. I need an acrobatics check to not be knocked prone.
Oh,
Ah, she got you.
I only got a 13.
you're not going to believe it, but I rolled a natural 20.
Attaboy.
Wow.
So she tries to move really quickly and whips her leg, tries to hit you in the back of where your knee divot is. You are able to stay very much standing, dodge your legs backwards. From there, you can see she just starts to bolt into the nearby buildings, like down the alleyway. So she is leaving your threat range.
I will use a reaction to attack.
He has alert, so he gets his reaction.
How many of you have alert?
I think it's just the two of us. That's it.
Yeah, that's two. Ooh, I'm not happy about this at all. So I am going to, with my glaive, I'm going to strike at this elven woman. I am going to great weapon master this attack. It is a 13 on the die. That is 18. Well, hold on one second, because I will use a superiority die to add a d8 to it for precision attack. Total of it is 13 plus 5 minus 5 is 13 plus 6, 19 to hit.
19 hits.
She is going to take Oh, I rolled a 1 on the die.
No.
It's still fine.
No.
It's a total of 4 plus 10, 14 damage.
You make purchase on part of her leg as she has to get up and continue running. She seems pretty fast, but you're able to catch her just before she's able to get out of your range. She almost goes silent once she goes into the nearby buildings. Heaven, you are surprised. Next, we have Dread. In a stupor almost of not knowing what's going on, Dread gets hit by Jackal and almost like tries to push him away and is grabbing at you, Lenore, but he's grabbing hard and fast. This is an unarmed strike. It's a 14 to hit you.
Yep.
5 bludgeoning damage. And then, because he hit you with an unarmed strike, he can use his bonus action to attempt to grapple you. So this is going to be another grapple check. So he's going to roll athletics, and you do athletics or acrobatics. I only got a 12.
I swear to God, if you go down again.
What are you gonna do? Extra rage? Oh, yeah, he got me.
Oh no.
I got a 5.
So in this case, he is able to grapple onto Lenore, and he starts running towards the south, his full movement speed. That means Jackal, he is leaving your threat range, and we'll have to see if you hit.
I'm smacking with the hook back, but now it's a dex weapon because it's finesse or something. I don't remember. I remember I could switch between the two.
I think you still have reckless attack active. I think it's for the full turn, not just your turn.
18. 9 plus 6. The normal was 6 damage there.
He's already hurting so much, so he can move his full speed while grappling you. So he's able to get 30 feet away from the group. That is the end of his turn. He's got Lenore in his clutches. Lenore, as he is running, you just hear him say, "I don't know what Nightshade has on you, but our plan is still gonna work."
What plan?
And we are to Santos.
I'm not hearing anything that he's saying. This is all happening super fast. The elven woman that just tried to knock me on my ass disappeared. And I know that there's stuff going on behind me. I'm running towards them. I'm not going to let this guy take Lenore. So I'm going to move my full movement. 30, 5, 10. He's 15 feet away from me. I'm going to double move to get right on him. And I'm going to action surge and attack. My glaive is coming right down on him. Great weapon master this. I'm going to use my bonus action to grant myself advantage on the attack. Die. I'm also going to use another superiority die for precision attack to add a d8 to that. That is a 21 total to hit.
21 total hits.
You will take 8 plus 10, 18 plus 4, 22 plus 3, 25 points of damage.
Wow.
We fucked this dude up.
Let her go!
You see that he is bleeding. You have dealt a grave wound already. This time you are close enough to hear, "I could save you, Lenore. I could save you."
That's all I got, but I'm in position and I'm staring him down.
As you are watching the direction he is running, you see all of a sudden a spark on a nearby building. Further away on a nearby building, you see Virgil. He is holding what looks to be some sort of mechanized catapult, and he is aiming it towards you, Santos. As he shoots it, there is this vial that comes with it, and it bursts just over top of you. More smoke than liquid absolutely covers you. He is casting Hold Person.
Bastard.
Oh.
So I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Oh no! I rolled a 1.
Oh,
Oh no.
You all see Santos get hit by this plume of smoke, and he almost seizes up, like his body's not moving properly. So Santos, you are paralyzed for the duration of the spell, and at the end of each of your turns, you can make another wisdom save to try to get out. Next, we have Lenore, who is technically surprised, as well as Bjorg, who is surprised. So we're back to the top with Jack.
God, that was so much.
Oh, God.
Do I know Virgil? Have I seen Virgil before?
Yes, you all saw Virgil in the finger trap.
Okay, so I clock him and see that Santos is incapacitated for the moment. and I go after fella. I can get right to him. I'm attacking his knee. I'm swinging at his knee.
Get him, buddy.
I might as well reckless as well, because why not? I can do that. First one was a 14. Second one was a 23.
Hits.
Including sneak attack damage, it is 9.
You did enough to topple him. He does fall to the ground. Please stop. I'm just trying to help Lenore. And he lets go of you in this moment, Lenore.
Help me from what?
If you're trying to help, you should say so rather than just kidnapping someone.
We are to Poppy.
Okay, so the guy is prone.
Yeah, he is on the ground and he has let go of Lenore and he has his hands up. You are not quite sure where the woman is who ducked into the buildings. And then you also see Virgil on a pretty far away building. Looks like he is reloading something in this mechanism he's holding.
Okay, I'm going to spend a key point. And I'm going to do Step of the Wind.
Ooh.
And so my jump distance is doubled, and I could do a dash or a disengage option for my turn. I am going to dash to get to Virgil.
So he's like 100 feet away from you right now.
So if I dash, is that doubled? So is it 80?
Ooh, hell yeah.
Great. So I'll actually close the gap pretty far. So she dashes towards Virgil. So that was my bonus action. So I can still attack and have a regular action.
Attack as regular action. Yes.
Nice. Okay. Poppy unhinges her boomerang, throws it up at Virgil on the roof. 18.
18 will hit. Go ahead and roll me damage.
Yeah.
6.
He has to roll a concentration check to see if he continues holding concentration on Santos.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
He does not.
Let's go! Oh, I feel very cool.
He's hit by this boomerang, probably out of nowhere. You are a very big, but also very fast woman, rushing 80 feet in 6 seconds towards him, just whipping that massive boomerang, hitting him right in the head, and he's just not able to concentrate on it. As you see, Santos, you are able to move once again.
I'm free.
And I catch the boomerang. Really cool.
We are to our half-elf's turn. You see she pops out from behind a building, continues rushing directly around Santos and Jack. She too tries to grab at Lenore.
Bastard.
She's not nearly as good as Dread is. Still an 18.
Whoa.
6.
She used all her movement. We're good.
She moved about 20 feet to you to grab at you, Lenore. She's going to use a bonus action to disengage and then run 10 more feet with Lenore.
She's a rogue. She ain't getting away.
So there will be no attacks of opportunity. And it's if she can continue running, because Tevin, it is your turn.
All this stuff just happened around me as I was like staring at my barrels kind of twisting on my forearm, I guess. And they're just gonna slowly kind of like stop. I'm gonna see this woman run down and grab Lenore, so I'm gonna move my full 30 down right next to Santos. As I do, I'm just pulling my arm up, aiming right down at her feet, and I'm going to expend a grip point and take a deadeye shot at her. When you make a firearm attack against a creature, you can expend 1 grip point to gain advantage on the attack roll. Good thing, because that was a 9 at first, and then nat 20.
Hell yeah.
So, Tevin, what's your damage die?
D10.
Roll a d10 and then add your dex or whatever it is.
So I got 11 altogether.
So that'll be 11 plus another 10.
So 21.
You hit her in the calf. You see she falls forward and 2 drops Lenore to the ground. Rolls over, puts her hands up.
Please do not run.
That is Dread's turn. Continues to just hold his hands up. We just needed to talk with her. She's not acting right. She's working with Nightshade. Santos, it's your turn.
So they're both on their backs, arms up, and not trying to fight anymore.
It looks like it. There is Virgil, who is up on the roof still. He does look like he's continuing to load something, but even from here, you can see he's looking back and forth between the half-elven woman and Dread.
I'm going to stand over the half-elven woman with my glaive at her chest. I'm not going to strike, but I'm going to pin her down. And I'm just going to say, we need answers now. And I'm going to hold my action. If I see her try to do anything aggressive, I'm going to knock her out.
I'm going to ask you for an intimidation check.
11.
Virgil looks a moment as you stand over this half-elven woman, continues to pull back this device. All of a sudden, he ejects something that he's already added into this catapult-type thing, and he puts something else in. This vial, even from here, especially Poppy, can see it's just filled with black smoke. And he shoots it up into the air. As it comes down, the smoke expands across this entire area. He's casting darkness on everyone. So that is a 15-foot radius sphere. Poppy, turning around, you just see this pillar of smoke, and you can't see through it whatsoever. Even if you have dark vision, you can't see through this darkness. But Lenore, it is your turn, and you are no longer being grappled.
Okay. I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to quicken spell cast Thunderclap. And I just slam 2 hands down on the floor and just a big old crack of thunder that will hopefully hurt this lady. It's a 15 con saving throw.
She fails.
3 thunder damage, and it'll be heard within 100 feet. Big old crack of thunder.
You see a ripple go through this smoke.
And then as my action, I'm just gonna cover my eyes and cast invisibility.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fly 30 feet up.
You're actually able to get out of this darkness.
You could definitely see me.
Okay, that's my turn.
Bjork, we are to you, finally.
I'm going south 20 feet down the road. I'm going to climb up into the tree, seeing all this darkness, and I need a vantage point because there are too many houses on either side. So if I can go over, potentially I can look down, and I'm going to hold an action for Bjorg's Brisk Beam, which is Ray of Frost, for the first baddie I see to exit the smoke. 10-ish feet up in the tree and hopefully have a good angle.
Jack, we are to you. You are covered in darkness. You do know Dread was last you saw about 5 feet from you on the ground.
So I don't know if Lenore's out. I don't know if this guy is still in front of me because I'm in darkness. I think that I just want to get out of the darkness. So I'm going to pick a direction using a D4, and that's the direction I'm going to go. I think I would want to go south, but I feel like in this type of darkness, I probably lose my sense of direction a bit. I'm going east. So I'm going to run east out of the darkness, which I think puts me right behind a building.
In some hedges.
Yep. I'm going to climb on top of the building to try and get a better vantage point. Hoopak on the back, short bow from the waist. Can I reckless a long range attack?
I don't think so.
Then it is a 17 to hit.
That'll still hit.
Sick. I don't have advantage on it, so no sneak attack, but it's still 7 piercing damage.
He, again, will have to roll concentration. Another fail.
Let's go.
The darkness lifts. Roll me intimidation, Jack.
Intimidation, that's a -1, Captain. Let's go. It's a 2.
Poppy, we are to you.
Oh, held action?
Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. That's right. Bjorg had his held action, and the darkness is gone.
Reaching into the suit jacket pocket, I pull out this little tiny vial, and it's very, very cold. And I launch it into Tough Luck, and we're just gonna make it quick. Ooh, 23. Only 4 cold damage, but his speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Icicles start to form on his skin. So now we are to Poppy.
Poppy is about 20 feet away, or 25-ish feet away from Virgil. She's going to jump to try and get up on the roof. As I get up there, I'm going to launch an unarmed strike with the brass knuckles, which gives me, what was it again?
It's just an additional 1 to your dice roll, so your attack roll. You get an extra 1 on top of everything, as well as an extra 1 on top of your damage, but you get that for each hit.
Poppy's going to go swing at him, so I'll roll for that. 13, +1, 14,
14 doesn't hit.
No! I'm going to use an inspiration.
Yeah, you have inspiration.
Use it.
Oh,
I'm using my heroic inspiration, and I'm going to roll again. 25.
25 will definitely hit.
Damage is 10. 9 plus 1.
With that hit, I'm going to ask you to roll me intimidation with advantage.
Ooh.
I'm going to take the first one, which was an 18.
You see Virgil, too, puts his hands up, drops the weapon he has, and he even calls out, "No enemies here."
Put it down, or I'll do it again.
Santos, you feel the woman trying to move a little bit, but her hands stay up. You even see she's got daggers at her side, but she's not going for them. Even Dread, in this state of cold, he just has his hands up looking around. And with that, we're out of initiative. There is a group of people starting to form. Civilians, some trying to figure out what's going on. Some look like they're starting to go get guards.
Bjorg immediately shoots another Bjorg's Brisk Beam at his other foot to try to lock him in place. Where is Lenore? What did you do?
Oh, yeah, nobody can see her. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, right.
Darkness fell and then she's gone. So I want to shoot at his foot, one icicle on his other foot, as the bullet hits and begins to spread with the ice. Just trying to lock him in place so the others can question him as I just yell from the treetop.
She's Trixie. I don't know where she went.
I'm gonna fly behind Bjorg and whisper in his ear, I'm right here.
What the fuck? Where? Lenore?
I'm invisible.
How did you do that?
I don't know.
And you want me to disguise you? You could just go invisible.
I don't know. That room was so cool.
Are you actually here? Prove it.
I'm not gonna prove it. They're gonna take me.
Just poke me.
I poke you in the ear.
Oh, why there? Okay. I believe you. Shut up then. Stop talking. You're invisible and you're all the way over here. Let them do their thing.
Okay.
Is the crowd getting big, or do we notice guards coming?
It's only been a few seconds. You would assume probably soon that these guards would be on their way.
And I made a big boom.
I will yell out from the treetop just to clarify. Others, I have eyes on Lenore. Deal with them.
I'm gonna turn around to the crowd, start walking towards them and aiming my arm right at them. Everything is going according to plan. You all may disperse and go home.
Do you want intimidation or persuasion here?
Persuasion, I guess. They're both terrible. Oh, that's a 4.
Oh, boy.
There is starting to be more panic. Some have hands up, others just start pushing people out of the way so they can get out of this crowd. It's definitely getting chaotic here quickly, and you do start to hear the telltale sound of guards marching.
No, please, you all may settle, please. Friends, brother, we need to do something.
I'm gonna jump down, shatter the ice on the guy's foot, pick her up, get him up, follow me. We need to not be in this spot right now. I don't think this is gonna look good for Lenore. I'm gonna start lifting the guy up.
As you even started saying that, I'm already disarming the half-elf, pick her up, restrain her, arm behind the back kind of a thing, and start to move her towards where Jack was heading.
You quickly realize that she can't stand up on her own right now. Part of her tendon in her leg was severed, and you have to fully carry her. Virgil also is looking at Poppy, hands up. Are we gonna join them?
Yeah, we are. And she takes him from the back of his collar, lifts him up the ground, and jumps off the building with him.
Before you're even able to do so, he uses Mage Hand to just pick up his weapon and just holds it like it's nothing.
She's carrying him over back to the gang. She walks over, and then she just skids toss him on the ground. Little punk.
I will, since I'm in between where Jack was and them, I'm just kind of gonna give a nod and just say, quickly this way, as I follow Jack.
I'm basically just leading them to the nearest place that I know nearly no one's going, which is just kind of near that alleyway that we'd all been standing in a couple nights ago, but just further down in the darker parts of it, near the entrance, but not really showing the entrance if I can help it.
You are familiar enough with this area to move quickly. You do see some people trying to follow you. Some people are offering help. Others are very concerned with Tevin, but you are able to move fast enough out of here that the guard does not continue to follow your direction.
Okay. I think we're going to be okay here, at least for the moment. What the hell is going on? Who are you people?
Hey, you better start talking now.
Dredd continues to check on this half-elven woman, and then he sits down and puts his back against the wall.
I'm going to do something as that's happening because I'm seeing her bleed out. Basically, is she half conscious?
Conscious, she just cannot currently walk.
I'm going to be tying her feet together, but as I do that, I'm noticing that he's trying to mend her a little bit. I guess contribute to the stabilizing. So I'm going to cast guidance on him.
Bjorg is running into the alley. He's brushing leaves off of his shoulders. Do you want to see a magic trick, Jack?
Is now the time?
Where's Lenore? Bjorg's circling his hands in the air like he's trying to prompt Jack.
Where is Lenore?
Have you checked behind your ear?
Hi. You get smacked by my ear, Lenore, because it just flings up. Oh.
Virgil continues. Mr. Bjorg, good to see you.
Oh, hello, Virgil. A hello could have sufficed.
What's happening?
You did not want to make this easy and take us to her, so...
What? Bjorg?
I just said we had a meeting. I wasn't giving away a location. I said I would be back.
You told us that she would be here, so we came to get her.
Poppy is going to go over to the woman really quick. Poppy goes over and goes, you should have known better than to sneak up on people you don't know. And uses healing word.
We didn't expect resistance like that.
Glad we could surprise you.
I did tell you she's good at getting herself out of things, Lenore. But also us, I suppose.
That's right.
Yes, and I knew that. I thought Nightshade was keeping her, and that she was forced to work with them. Why else would she be working with them?
What's wrong with them?
I tried to tell you, it's an unfortunate circumstance. Nothing more.
I'm gonna fly above Dredd and just speak invisibly down at him.
What's wrong with doing things with Nightshade?
Lenore, you're working with Nightshade after all Darien did for you, to you.
I'm not with Darien.
Lenore, we got the information you wanted. At least what we think it is what you were looking for. The stuff you initially paid us for.
Okay, hand it over.
He looks over at the half-elven woman. She pulls a book out from inside her vest. About the feathers. We got a book on the Dreamkeeper of Silveroon.
Hand it to Poppy.
Takes off the brass knuckles so she could open her palm and is like looking around. Yeah, hand it over. Lenore, where are you? Hand it over.
I'm here.
You'll never believe where we got it.
Where?
Darien.
Huh?
We believe it.
We've been keeping tabs on everything he's been doing. Clove was able to procure a shipment meant for Darien. The only thing in there was this, so it looks like he's interested in it too.
Hand it over. Grabby hand.
She does. It just says the Dreamkeeper on the front.
Poppy opens the book, like flips through it. Is there anything that like pops out or that she sees?
From quick glance, the front page, you find a hand-drawn picture of what looks like a typical white house cat. Fluffy fur, especially along its chest and its tail, though this being has long feathered wings coming from its back. Doing a quick glance through the book, you obviously don't have time to read the whole thing. You see it's a story of the Dreamkeeper, a small feline with feathered wings. It is thought to have been given its power directly by a god who befriended it like a pet. This god left Silveroon long ago, but it is believed that this god left the Dreamkeeper to bring balance to the people of Silveroon. Basically, those who were being exploited or found themselves down in their luck, they would dream. In these dreams, the Dreamkeeper would show up as if answering a call. The next day, the Dreamkeeper would show up during their waking hours. It would drop one of its feathers off of its wings, and then the ivory white feather would turn iridescent. It would reflect all colors of the rainbow as it was moved through the light. those gifted the feather would wish upon it, and their wishes would be granted by the Dreamkeeper. The rest of the book tells of people who have done these wishes, and you glance through them, people wishing for wealth, power, companionship, escape, all different types of things, all said to be granted by the Dreamkeeper. The end of the book states the Dreamkeeper hasn't been seen in dozens of years. A small amount of feathers are still available in the wild, and some still gleam with iridescence. It is said, however, that even when wished upon now, these wishes go ungranted. The final line of the book is the Dreamkeeper was sent to keep balance of power across Silverune, but with its disappearance, the imbalance of power ever grows.
Slaps together, goes, well, we got reading material for later. Puts it in her knapsack.
Okay, kidnappers. I don't have memories past a couple days ago. Were we actually friends? Be for real.
Yes, Lenore, we went to jail together.
You've been to prison.
To jail?
It was more a holding cell, but yes. I knew something was going on when you didn't show up after the fountain.
Who was the guy trying to drown me?
What do you mean?
In the fountain.
I was holding you under the water.
Why?
What do you mean, why? That was your idea.
To drown me?
I wasn't drowning you. You did a great job acting.
Why?
The plan at the fountain was to get one of the nearby Nightshade members to come over and try to interrupt us, to see that there was an issue going on. We knew his schedule. He was going to be there. You said I could be drowning you in the fountain. When he came to stop him, we would knock him out. We would take an imprint of his key. That would allow us to get past the security in Darian's building.
Yeah, this sounds like a plan I'd come up with.
But then Ilos exploded just at that moment, and then you flew away. And then I fell asleep.
Yeah, that's when my memories went away. Conveniently. Also, for the record, I feel like you were a little too into that performance. I actually, couldn't get out of the water. So you could have been a little more gentle.
I was lifting you out of the water so you could breathe every few seconds like we discussed. Lenore, you never told us why you so desperately needed to get back into Darian's. All you told us was that he stole something from you during the raid where we were all imprisoned. You wouldn't tell us what it was, but this, and he points to the book, that's what you wanted. If you don't have your memories, I think you may have had a feather. Mr. Bjork, Virgil pipes up. I don't know where Lenore is, but this, and he holds up the ring, is a copy of Darian's ring. Exactly where he punched me, and he shows you the tattoo on the scar tissue.
Oh, shit. What does that ring have any significance for? Is it a key of something?
After the raid on our previous hideout, Darian confiscated many things from the Black Axe, including our leader, Rexius, as well as whatever Lenore wanted. Lenore, rather stupidly, I might add, tried to break into Darian's alone to retrieve it. And there she found a special door. A key is needed to open it. A key Darian keeps with him at all times. And then he holds up the ring. And we have a copy. Thanks to Mr. Bjork.
Damn, I'm good.
Unless it's magic.
I can make it magic if that's needed. Just say the word.
Word.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Are we switching sides immediately? Because that's the vibe I'm getting right now. Before I completely agree with these people.
I mean, it kind of sounds fun.
I mean, I think we're all in agreement. Fuck Officer Darian.
Right.
Carmina gave me the heebie-jeebies.
I thought she was cool. She talks weird, though.
Agreed. But it seems that this seems logical, and if this book has any indication of the dream that Lenore keeps spouting on about, that has to be real, and it needs to be investigated.
How crazy. I just learned about Silverune 15 minutes ago.
This is why I'm hesitant. Lenore doesn't even know what she lost. And right now, we're in a position with Nightshade where they're paying a lot of attention to us. We're very in their eye. Are you guys sure that you want to get involved with something that's very clearly going against what they're doing when they're very closely watching us?
As long as it is what the entire group thinks is good, I will do what needs to be done.
It's also good to bring up that there is the possibility that we will be working together again very soon. It could give us a chance to get more information from the inside of Nightshade, or it's a way in regardless if matters need to be attended to.
Hey, could I turn invisible when we were buddy-buddy?
Not that I remember.
Well, now that I can, how about I sneak into Darian's with the ring? I'm invisible. It's just me, so no one's gonna see anyone, and I go right in and I find this stuff.
Since your little escapades, Darian has increased security. So we are trying to figure things out, and we have a plan.
Ah.
We just need to know if you're with us.
What's the plan?
Break in, get your object, whatever it is, back, and get schematics of the Nightshade prison.
Why?
So that we can break out our leader who is wrongfully imprisoned there. Listen, we should get Clove some medical attention. If you want to speak about this more, Bjork knows where to find us.
2-finger salute in acknowledgement.
Lenore, is this the husband that you were talking about?
No. He doesn't look anything like him.
Okay.
We'll have the plan ready. You come chat with us if you're in. If not, we're breaking in anyway.
Does Darian have any children?
Lenore, chill.
Yeah.
I could say I could disguise myself as one of the kids.
Oh, I thought we were kidnapping children and using them as blackmail.
Oh, wow. Bjork, yeah. Okay, we're on the same page.
Thank gods.
If he has children, they don't live in Twin Rivers. All we know of is his late wife.
Did he kill her?
Lenore.
What?
I don't believe so. He's stillborns.
Have we noticed he wears like a wedding ring?
You do know he has the ring on his hand at all times.
I bet he killed her.
Lenore.
What? He's an asshole.
Yeah, to you, but I've learned one thing. There are a lot of assholes in this world, but they're only really nice to their families. It's kind of how my brother is. He hated everybody except for the rest of us.
Where's your brother? Outside the walls?
No, well, I guess technically. That's one of them had me a thought I don't remember making moments.
Oh.
We'll come back to that.
We'll see you soon. Send word either way so we know.
I'll be the messenger, regardless. You'll see me.
Virgil gives a nod. So does Dread. Dread stands up and picks up Clove as you all are standing in this very dark alley, questioning what's going on with a new book in hand. And for today, that's a wrap.
All right.
Thank you all so much for listening. Nigel shouted us out earlier, but patreon.com/castparty, where you can listen to behind the scenes, where we got lots to talk about. We had a lore drop. We had a chase that didn't end up being a chase and ended up being much more combat. We had all the talk with Carmina. You could have gotten the information about the aquarium before if you were just listening to behind the scenes last week. So what are you doing? Go now. Make sure you're ready for next episode. We will see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace, like. What are you chomping on there, Anna?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Ooh.
Cream cheese, crab wontons.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
porridge.
Son of a
That's what I was like, no, it was a bowl of porridge.
Porridge? What year is this? 12?
Hey, it's good, man. Hey, those peasants, those 12th century peasants know what's up, all right? It's still good.
Good morning, cast and crew. It's Ryan here. We just finished 10 episodes. This is episode 11. That's wild to me. Campaign 2 has been so much fun so far, even though it has made us so much more busy. But it's all a good thing. And it's all thanks to you. Every single one of you, especially our Walk of Famers. And I know we do this a little more frequently now instead of our funny skits, but this one is just a from the heart thank you, because Campaign 2 has been just such a blast so far. And I mean it when I say Campaign 2 wouldn't even be a thing if it weren't for you people that I am mentioning right now. So again, I want to give a huge, enormous, heartfelt thank you to Anne, Ash, Bass Drop, Dubword, Eric 5, Sainty Love, Foe Runner, Isuik, Jesky Fire, Jonas, Kaylee, Lexi, Opti, Ryan, not me, Bubba, Winkle, and Ebab Flow. Seriously, you guys, thank you so much. There is so much more Cast Party to come. There are so many more projects to come. There are so many more adventures to come. We are not stopping anytime soon. And this all would not be possible without your love and support. Thank you for those who have been here with us from the start. And thank you for those just joining us for Campaign 2. Seriously, it means the world to not only me, but every single cast member who gets to do this and share our fun little adventure with you all. Thank you. Did I say thank you? I'm going to do it again. Thank you guys. Have a good one.